Are holding in Perek Gimel of Pirkei Avos, the fifth Mishnah. This is actually an incredible Mishnah. Ram Nechunya ben Hakana Omer, Kol Hamikabel Alav Ol Torah. Whoever accepts upon himself the yoke of Torah, Mavir Menu Ol Malchus, will be removed from him the yoke of Malchus, of the government. So it's an interesting comparison the Mishnah is giving us. Because you accept upon yourself the yoke of Torah, something mundane, physical, government is removed from you. Says Rabbeinu Yoina, what does this mean? Once one makes the focus, the mainstay, the prime item in his life, the Torah, and he has to work. Of course, you have to work. You have to make a parnasa. You have to figure out a way to support yourself, to support your family. So after you make the Torah the ikar and the malacha zarai is temporary, you know what happens? HaKadosh Baruch Hu yishmereu mikol davara. Hashem saves you from anything evil. Shelo yitztarich lebatel milimar Torah. That you will not have to miss your learning. V'lo yitin b'leiv hamelech halakech nefashos la'asos malachtai. And Hashem will not put into the heart of the king that takes souls, la'asos malachtai lekachas ezeh, and he'll free him from serving the king. And he will not have to work for the government. To work and only toil in Torah. So an incredible, we can call this a segula, we could call this a promise. But Rabbeinu Yoina is teaching us that, you know what the Mishnah here in Avos says? That if you want to not have to be bothered by the government, by other mundane matters, it's very simple. Make your primary focus in Torah. Now let's be clear. The Mishnah did not say you have to be learning 24 hours a day. The Mishnah says, what is the ikar? What is the main thing that you are doing? That could be, does the main thing mean in time? Not necessarily. You could be working for 10 hours a day and learning for 3 hours a day. But what's the main thing you're doing? It could still be the learning. Because that's what you're doing. You have to support yourself. You have to support your family. So you need to work. That's fine. But the main thing you're doing is the Torah. So if your focus is on the Torah, then you have a promise from Hashem that you will not miss out on your Torah, number one. And number two, you will not be bogged down. You will not be grabbed by the government and other issues. And the Mishnah continues. You know what else will be removed from you? Vol derech eretz, the yoke of derech eretz. What does that mean? Shlo yitztarich lasis malacha harbe. You will not have to work a lot. L'tzayir parnasasa, for your parnasa. Ubima'at, and with a little bit, Yasmik loy lechdei chayusai will be enough to keep on going. Ki melechas hatzadik, the work of the tzaddik, misbareches, is blessed. V'nafshoi simcha bechalkai, and he'll be happy with whatever he has. Listen to those incredible words. You don't want to. No one wants to work a lot. They just want to have the money that they need. So you know what you should do is make the focus of your life Torah, and then you have the promise of Hashem that whatever work you do will be enough to support yourself. And the Mishnah continues, but what about the flip side? What happens? Someone removes himself from the yoke of Torah. Then he's burdened with the yoke of the government. What does that mean, says Rabbeinu Yoina? He thinks that he has to work a lot. He's not going to learn. Why? He thinks, I have to work so much. Hashem says, no, you're not going to get it. So not only you think, I have to work all day, I don't have time to learn. You know what Hashem says? I'm going to put in the heart of the king, to take you. You're going to have to work for the king now. You have to pay extra taxes. You need to be bogged down with other mundane matters. The heart of the king, the government, all is controlled by Hashem, of course. And concludes the Mishnah of all derech eretz and the yoke of derech eretz. Shunoideid v'tayreach acher michyasai. He's running and he's chasing. Sounds very familiar to most of the world nowadays. Acher michyasai, after your livelihood. V'lo yuchal imatzah. You can never find it. And even when you find it, lo yismach lechalkai, right? Even people that make money, even people that have a barnasa, lo yismach lechalkai, you're not going to be satisfied. Chol yamav, in all your days, behevel yigar, to be toil for nothing. Lahashir, to become rich, loisev oisher al ashroi, and to include riches on riches. But yet you won't be happy. You're always going to work hard. You'll never have menucha. Sounds quite catastrophic. And we're going to continue with one more short Rabbeinu Yoina. Long Mishnah, short Rabbeinu Yoina. Says the Mishnah of Chalafta ben Daisa, the sixth Mishnah on the third parak. Rav Chalafta ben Daisa ishkavar Chananya Omer Asara sheyoshim v'yisik b'Torah. How many people do we have sitting here learning Torah? Definitely 10. 10 people. 10 people. 10 people. 10 people. That's it. 10 people that sit and learn Torah. You know what happens? Shechina sheire beinayim. The Shechina is amongst them. Shenemar, as the pasuk says, Elikim nitzav. Where does God stand? Ba'adas kel. When there's an assembly of people, ve'in eida. What does eida mean? Pachos me'asaro. Says the Mishnah further. Minayin. How do you know afilu chamisha? So let's say yesterday we didn't have 10 people here, but we had 5. Shenemar v'agudas al eretz yisada. His group is focused on the earth, says Rabbeinu Yoina. Hayanik is aguda, she's b'chamisha twice. Your hand is an aguda because it has 5 fingers. But continues the Mishnah. Let's say you don't even have 5 people. You have 3 people learning. Shenemar, there's 3 people learning. Hashem is still there. And now finally, you don't even have 3 people. All you have you and your chavrusa. Still Hashem is there. Hashem azdintru yiras Hashem. Ish el re'eyu. One man to his friend. You don't have a chavrusa. You don't have a Mizumin, you don't have 5, you don't have 10. What do you have? You're sitting by yourself and learning Torah still. Wherever you mention my name, I will come and bless you. Says Rabbeinu Yoina in conclusion, even one person learning. You're the one guy that says, you know what, I'll put in an extra 5 minutes. You get a lot of schar. What do you mean? Of course, you always get schar. El Ratzalaimer says Rabbeinu Yoina, you know what the Mishnah is teaching us? Litin l'chol echad sachar lefi sheheim rabim. That when there's more people, you get the schar of every other person. So if we're sitting here with 20 people, what that means is that you're going to get the schar for all the other people there. But even when there aren't other people there, you'll at least get the schar of learning yourself.